Welcome to The Lady Puppet, a 2D dark horror game about exploration and a little bit of stealth as well along the way. We play as a character named Lailah Reah, and we've got to escape a place called Claw Hill. Where am I? What are these wires? Why are they stuck inside my wrists? Gross. I don't understand. So some kind of cybernetic enhancement or limitation, as it were? Okay, transmitter. That is a good start, being able to communicate. Hi there. You're an enigma, aren't you? I see you've finally woken up, darling. Who are you? Oh, you have to pardon my manners, sweetie. Let me introduce myself. I am your guardian angel, here to guide you. That's who I am. Yeah, I don't think so in some way. Do you remember who you are? Your name. You're still confused. It's only natural. Don't be afraid to admit it, dear. Yeah, you'd want us to admit that we're afraid or scared. It will fuel your whatever powers you have. You're Lailah Reah, 17 years old, a model student, so I was told. Am I correct thus far? How do you... Yes, how does she know information about us? Where am I? Not in a safe place is what you need to know. Geography doesn't matter. You need to know where you are in order to escape. We don't have much time now. Will you trust your guardian angel, darling? We need to get you to safety first. What do you mean by we? What benefit does you have in our safety? There's an old shelter not far from where you are now. Start by going there. Pick up the lamp if you haven't already. And watch yourself. As I told you, that place isn't safe. So why are we going there then if it's not safe? Anywhere around here isn't safe. Proceed with absolute caution, darling. Don't make too much noise and watch your every step. Thank you. Also, I forgot to mention there's a link down in the description below where you can download this game for yourselves to play. What? What are you saying? Why am I even here? Yes, it's a classic tale of we don't know how we got here, but we are here nonetheless. Later, darling. Now, do as I told you, and you'll be fine. Start by going west. West, did you hear? You mean left, another way of putting it. Be a good and obedient girl now. Off you go then. Somehow I do not trust you, so picking that up was a little bit of a mistake. But at least we... Why does it do that? Every time something happens, it changes the monitor in which my... Well, the window of the game is on. Okay. Open inventory. And use the lamp. Turn on, please. So does this thing have a limited charge? I hope not. Documents. None. Load game. That is all... Again with that, stop going to the other screen. It automatically moves to another screen, which is quite annoying. Lailah Reah, me and Mickey. Let's look at this document then. Let's see. March 23rd, 2020. In the future. It's getting harder. Much harder to breathe. I'm locked up in a prison I cannot get away from. No matter how hard I try to break free, here I am. Looking at my book about algebra, trying to find out the answer to this problem I am having, in order to finish my homework in time. For what purpose? Why should I waste my time like this? What happens next? More homework? Will solving this problem make me realize who I really am? The reason why I'm here? March 29th. I can't believe I had that much fun with Mickey yesterday. We were doing some window shopping when all of a sudden, she says, "Hey, look what I have here with me," and takes out this bottle of vodka she stole from her dad. No good. I was so scared and confused. Couldn't understand why she'd do that. We're minors, Mickey. We can't, I told her. She didn't want to hear it. As long as no one finds out. What's the harm? There's a lot of harm. What the eye doesn't see, the heart doesn't grieve over. I shook my head and asked her what was she even saying. I drank just a bit of that. I was still not quite convinced about that, but it was more than enough to make my head spin heavily. Next thing I know, me and Mickey were around the shopping centre, seeing like two idiots pointing out our fingers at other people and judging them for being so boring. Well, maybe you're the ones who are being hectic, for goodness sakes. Then Mickey stopped and tried to do this weird dance move, only to fall on the ground and hit her head. Idiot. I suddenly got really scared behind her. An enormous silhouette appeared. It was standing there, judging us. I thought I was done for. They found me. I'm screwed. This is what peer pressure does. It gets you into trouble. I quickly took Mickey's hand and yelled at her, telling her to move, to get up. We had to get out of there. She started laughing and used her cell phone to lit up the silhouette. It was just a stupid mannequin, standing still, lifeless. I felt a bit confused and ashamed, honestly. But even if that was fake, that mannequin sure was scary. Right, let's explore this place. What do we have on our sides as well? Looks like we do have some kind of cybernetic enhancements after all, in a way. What year does this game belong in? How do we... Is there a way of running? I'm not too sure. Oh. Well, aren't you the most interesting of people of them all? We can't inspect you for some odd reason. Okay, let's read this other document then. Robert B. January 13. Doesn't have a year to it though. I'm Robert Bowman. I think at least. My memories are fuzzy, but this name just keeps on popping up in my head. It must be mine. I've decided to write a journal, hoping things will come back to me with time. I don't know what the hell happened. Why am I here? What are these strings attached to my arms and legs? Much like ours. Should I try removing them? What's the meaning of this? What's going on here? She called this place Claw Hill. I think I've heard about this place before, but I don't remember where exactly. All I know is that I am trapped here. Should I follow the advice of that masked woman? I don't have a choice, alas. Food is running low, the animals in this place are dangerous, and I can't see a damn thing. Is it always dark in here? The biggest issue here are those alligators, especially. They seem to be slightly different than any other alligator I ever saw. Their hearing and sight isn't great, but they look dangerous nonetheless. I gotta be careful. Hopefully that masked woman isn't trying to trick me. Yeah, well, that's a good sign if that is the case. Maybe we should not go west, but be mirror opposite of... Stop going the other way! Stop it! Okay, I want you on this screen in front of me, not the other screen that's to my side. For goodness sakes, game. One thing to improve upon the current build of the game is the current optimization of... Oh, there's an alligator. I don't want to go near it. Oh, healing herb. How do we get there? How do we go up there? Another alligator. Would it be better? Oh, I can't even go. I can go back. Okay, cool. Well, that's enlightening, but maybe at times I shouldn't have my lamp on. It will make me, I don't know, more harder to detect. But there's alligators everywhere. What about east? What? Oh, there's an alligator this way. Really? You have to... How do you know I'm here? Why do you keep following me, dear one? No, thank you. Up here... And there's... must be the house up there which we need to go to. Okie dokie. We shall go up there and see what is up. But let us get through this junkyard. What the hell is that person just suspending up there for? You're not going to comment on that? You're one brave girl. If you're not going to comment on that kind of thing, you know... Just see a body suspending from air attached. What? What's going on over this way then? If there is an exclamation mark in all this scening. There is something here. God, this is actually quite a creepy environment. Oh, maybe these vines we could climb up in order to get to the higher parts, but... No alligators, please. Hello, another journal from Robert B. Let us see what this one says. It has been 4 days. 4 days since the last time I ate anything. I'm losing my mind. I don't think I'll be able to hold on much longer. These wires are so uncomfortable. But I'm scared of what could happen if I try and remove them. I saw a shed up on these hills. I wonder if there's something to eat there. But damn it, how am I going to reach that place? That masked woman mentioned a tool that other puppies like me could use. Something that will help me get to that shed. She didn't say anything more. I wish she stopped talking in riddles. Claw Hill. There's a strange aura surrounding this place. I swear I've heard someone singing just now. Yep, we just did. Maybe I'm beginning to hallucinate. Wouldn't surprise me. I am beginning to remember something, though. About things that happened. About what happened to me. I'm beginning to remember the day that I died. Okay. So we're in some sort of afterlife world then, and this is a way to repent in a way? I'm not too sure. Can we go into this tent? No. Are we just going to not comment about the suspending bodies? An afterlife thing could prove that this definitely is like... So, the suspended bodies could definitely prove that there's like an afterlife thing here. But, as you could probably tell, they are kind of suspended by ropes and stuff like that. But the source point is a bit of an unknown thing. Okay, so there's a cave there. Should we go to the house first or go into the cave? We haven't been able to save the game aside from the beginning, so... They are only on occasions where we can save the game and obviously save our progression. Let's see what's in here. We've got nothing to lose. I hope anyways. Oh. This place looks safe, and you seem to be doing great thus far. I want answers. I want to know where I am. Who are you? What's going on around me? What are those wires attached to me? Those wires are essential for your survival, my darling. Yeah, well, look about the other people that you said that was a thing for, but yet they didn't survive. They're your lifeline. I would advise against trying to pull them out. But why? All of your questions shall find answers eventually. But first, you gotta reach for that shelter. I couldn't find a way in. The place is unreachable. You'll find a way. I know you will. That's just step number 1, my darling. Your objective is the mansion. Children like you used to call it Spook House. That's where you need to go. That place is your ticket out of here. My ticket? Out of here? The Spook House is built directly between Claw House and the outside world. There's a secret passage inside that mansion. It'll allow you to reach for the other side and leave Claw Hill. Watch out though. They are here. They? We'll talk later, darling. Wait, well, it's nice of you to cut off at the time which we need answers the most. I don't want to be forgotten. If I die here, I want my mom and my dad to know that. Okay, hear me out then. Whenever you reach for a safe area like that one, call me via the transmitter. I'll record your progress. This was your story. This way your story won't just fade away if anything were to happen to you. I can make you come back. Anyway, time is running out, darling. You should proceed. Find a way to reach for that shelter. Good luck, darling. Thanks. And I don't want to use the word darling as well. Make me come back? Well, that's a good thing. Stop going to the other side of my monitor. I'm not sure what kind of coding that is to be able to go back to the original screen. Or what is screen 1. The Final Autumn. What would this entry be? Final Autumn. August 12th. Life is a peculiar thing, isn't it? It gives and takes, constantly, randomly. It's both beautiful and upsetting. A cruel thing that forces us to find meaning in what we do. As weird as it sounds, there's beauty to be found even here in Claw Hill. In this place, always shrouded in darkness. Since I'm unable to die, I decided to dedicate myself into researching this place. Trying to know everything I can about it. It's always dark in here, for some reason. And I've also noticed that some trees are getting stripped of their leaves overnight. Almost as if the Final Autumn. That's how she called it. People have always been scared of changes. It's the fear of the unknown. What does the future have in store for us? No one knows, and it's scary. With this final autumn that's approaching, it's going to be relief. There's no unknown, only certainty. Certainty that doom will befall upon us all. It shall be Claw Hill's final autumn. So is that right now or in the future? Who can tell? But is there anything that we can use in here? So when you say they are here, what do you mean by that? Yeah, these unreachable places, what on earth can we do with our mechanizations that allows us to reach those places? Also, are there any alligators nearby? I hope not. Let's go left. See what's this way. There are... Ah, there's these vines which would go up, but not all these vines are accessible. Sometimes the path ability is blocked off, so what looks like a path which you can go through is inaccessible. Let's see, healing herb, that's nice. Narrow passage. Seems like there's something past this hole, but it's too narrow for me to fit in. So something could appear out of it then if we're too... Well, if we're not narrow enough to fit in it. That's a nicer way of putting it. Spider web, a sticky and thick cobweb is preventing me from proceeding further. Can I use something to break it down then, if that is the case? Something nearby or something to the north or the east? We need HM strength to get through this. This rock is blocking the passage. It's too heavy for me to push it around. Or use rock smash. Passage seems peaceful in a way. Underground passage. I don't think there's anything like alligators which are going to reside here, but I am worried that I'm not going to be able to fathom out how to get up to high places. Like, I think these vines are the key, but we'll need to plant something down in order to get to them. Like, that to me is probably the only way in which I feel we're going to be able to get through this. So healing herb, okay, that only heals. That's obviously for important items, I believe. And every time you go back to the game, the game switches windows. For goodness, well, switches desktop screen. And there's a key over there which we need at some point. I wonder if we have a stamina limit, which we don't know about. That usually happens in like survival games, survival horror, stealth games. Let's see what's over this way then. Okay, there's another dead man over here. Oh, I'm getting sick of this. I'm getting sick of all of this. I'm not gonna be one of them. I'm not gonna be her puppet anymore. Screw her. Screw overcoming my fear. Screw changing for the better. This ends here. Hey, what do you want from me? I didn't do anything to you. Please, let me go. I'm going to reach the outside world. I'm gonna find that blank. I'm going to kill her slowly. But first, blank these wires. Dear. I'm not going to let her control me anymore. So you're going to die then if that's the case. It's done. What? What the blank? And great. That is scary. Yeah, imagine that is a scary thing to witness. Internal combustion. Scalpel. We could use a scalpel for the spider webs, but I'm not sure if it's going to be strong enough to cut off that silk, because spider webs can be very resilient things. Like, it's used for a lot of different things. Let's over this way, over here. Oh, okay, I thought this was going to lead somewhere different. Oh, hi there. Strange doll. I don't trust this little doll. It's like a voodoo doll. This doll, it looks so weird. It has the shape of a person. A young man. And it's a spirit of sorts. It's going to guide us. It's like a mulligan. It's going to save us from an enemy. What is this strange light? Hi. Are you another survivor around here? Here we go again. Hi. You look weak. This is going to be quick. Nice to see you again, Jenny. Still got those cigarettes with you? Who are you talking to? Ah, that hits the spot. You talking to your dead friends? You can ask away. You're probably looking for some answers, right? Well, that makes two of us. So you can ask away all you want. I don't have what you're looking for, sweetheart. I can't understand what you're asking. Well, of course you can't. Welcome to Claw Hill, the one and only place in the world where everything makes no sense. You're going to enjoy it here. Nah, plenty of interesting things to see. So you're the one who wrote the final autumn, then it must be. Yeah, you are. Insert name here. Okay, whatever. I'm getting so sick and tired of this blank. Lucas Markovo, pleased to meet you. I'm one of Lady Coraine's puppets. So that's the masked woman, I imagine? Lady Coraine's puppets? Yeah, my very own internal damnation. That thing you just grabbed without even thinking. That's my doll. If you look closely, you might notice it's shaped like me. Now that you have the doll, you can control me. I am completely at your service. You want me to punch myself? By all means. Nobody's stopping you from making me do that. You want me to help you? Yeah, why not? This doll lets me control you? That's really bizarre and weird, but you're strong. You're strong, just like me, right? And Lady Corinne probably already asked you to look for the spook house, correct? Lady Corinne, that masked woman, happened to me as well. I tried. I did my best. I did the best I could. But I failed. I got killed. Plenty of times. Eventually, Lady Corinne's lost control of my doll, supposedly, and others found it. Since then, all sort of people got their hands on my doll. All of them were survivors, strung puppets, looking for the spook house. They made me do all kinds of things too. I played the bait once. A dude threw me towards some gators while he made his escape. Ah, fun times, but yeah, don't get killed by alligators. It's not a pretty death. Look, spare yourself for trouble, okay? The spook house is unreachable, and dying is just so painful. Why don't you hang around here with me? This cave is usually safe in some areas. I want to escape and find the outside world. My mom, my dad, they're all probably looking for me. I saw people much stronger than you getting easily killed out there. Don't judge me by my exterior. You're screwed. You're going to become their meal. What are you talking about? Whose meal? The alligators? The alligators? Ah, yeah, you wish it wasn't the freaking gators, huh? There's something far worse than those lurking around Claw Hill. And what would that be? That's singing again. I don't understand this singing. Yeah. Looks like they're hungry again. That singing was pretty close. They must be nearby. Who are they? Do me a favor and leave my doll here, will you? I'm not gonna go out there and die again. I need help. All the help I can get. You're coming with me. Blanket. I got no say in that matter anyway. You'll see with your own eyes. As for that doll, you can summon me whenever you need me. Now go. See yourself how helpless what you're trying to do is. Oh, I'd be like that then. But that scene is annoying. In a way. But also ominous. But still annoying. The board puppet trophy unlocked. Yeah, if you manage to sign in for a Game Jolt account, you can record all the different achievements that you've unlocked throughout this game. But I have not synced this game with my Game Jolt account. Is there something afoot that I should take note of? Oh, hi. What are you? Why are you? I don't understand this, but these dancing puppets look bad. Oh, they've abducted him. Yeah, I think a save here is the best option that one can have. But this scene is definitely a hazard in its own ways. God, that's an illusion itself. Oh my goodness sakes. No, 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 no. Get away from me. Oh, I'm screwed. I'm screwed either way. Why are you dancing puppet things so annoying? Like, you're just going to appear in my passage every time I try and do something? Again with that. I'm not liking this scenario one bit. Oh, great. You just had to appear in my path, didn't you? So just don't get detected by them whatsoever. Don't let these obstacles stop you, darling. Want to give another shot? What do you mean? Oh, I guess I have no choice then, and obviously go to the other screen. Made it past that particular one. So now we should be in the clear. Okay, let's leave that didactic place behind us and leave those puppets to whatever meddlings they have. So it is about stealth. You gotta learn their pathing in a way. Seems like you managed to survive your first encounter with the corrupted ones. You're full of surprises, darling. You're not as weak as you look. I want to know what is going on here. What are these monsters? Monsters? Oh dear, those aren't monsters. They're marionettes, just like you. I'm not a marionette. But you are, my darling. You're strung, trapped, a slave of your own fears. You've built a prison for yourself and you're now stuck in there. Or maybe I'm your slave? He mentioned you controlling me. I'm not controlling you, as I said. I'm your guardian angel. But what do you gain out of our survival, masked woman? Besides, if I had your doll, telling you what to do through this transmitter would be pointless, don't you think? I don't know what to believe anymore, but you're right. There is a doll resembling you somewhere. As a matter of fact, you probably do your best to find it before anyone else does. Why is there such a thing? Is that really important to know right now? Yes! For our survival's sake, absolutely! What's important is getting out of here. You're still not safe. They might find you again. Have a safe journey, my darling. I'm not your darling. Thank you very much. I am my own person. We've got this scalpel. Now we can cut through with spider webs. I hope so anyways. Oh, these dancing dolls can... Yeah, that is really annoying. That's like a visual illusion. Where if they're still moving, then the blurriness is caught on the screen itself. So no matter where you move, it's always going to follow you. Okay, so you can move rocks and whatnot. And we've made a passage for ourselves. Excellent. So now we can get out of here and not look at those horrific corrupted ones again. Hopefully, they're about to come back. I mean, we can hear their scene after all. Oh, why are you so annoying? Why are you the way you are? Why do you block the passage so that we can't actually escape? Use. And we can cut through the web with the scalpel. Excellent. So now, strange doll. Another one of these dolls. Looks like a young woman. It's a very familiar shape. This weird light again. Hello. My head. No way. Mickey? Is that you? Lailah? This can't be. Is this a trick? Who are you? You already just said her name, didn't you? You're okay. Oh, thank God. Mickey, we finally found each other again. I can't believe it. You're alive. You're alive. I thought you died. That day when the riot started. I thought that you... It takes more than a few punks to take me down, Lailah. You should know that. You idiot. What do I know about this? I'm so sorry. You see, when I woke up in Claw Hill. I found myself in this place, Claw Hill, strung, these wires attached to me and all. Since then, all sort of strange things happened. You're strung just like me? Lailah, we're in big trouble. There's something you should know about this. About these strings and that doll. Look at it closely. Have you noticed? That doll is very similar to me. Yeah, now that you mention it, that doll allows others to manipulate me. Whoever gets his hands on it can use me however they like. Moreover, it keeps me tied to this place. I can't die. I keep on getting killed, but I always come back here. That masked woman mentioned something about these wires being our lifeline. Many people use that doll to give me orders. They'll try to find Spook House, you know, in order to get me out of here. The Spook House? And you? How did you end up here? I can't remember, Mickey. I can't remember anything. Last thing I recall was me being alone in my room and then I woke up inside that forest with these things attached to me. I'm so sorry. You're shrunk too. It means your fate is similar to mine. But Lailah, we are together now. We're reunited. Do you remember when you and me used to steal all that food from the canteen back at our school? Hey, you rebels. We always managed to get away with it. We were uncatchable. Unstoppable. I don't think so. Mickey, I don't think the two situations are even remotely comparable. Lay down the overthinking for a bit, Lailah. We can do this, okay? We're a team, remember? Yes, we are a team. Unstoppable scoundrels. Exactly. We'll get out of here. Find the Spook House together. Whenever you need me, just use the doll and summon me. You're the one that controls my doll now. I couldn't think of a better person for this. Mickey, come on, girl. We got work to do. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And the scene resumes, for goodness sakes. And yet, I was so sure she died back then. Ah, trophy or not, the cheerful puppet. And we don't get a save prompt, that's bad. I want a save prompt. I don't like it when I don't have control of the flow of the game, but that's part of the survival. I guess there's no scene involved, so we should be safe here for the moment. We've already gone through here, but maybe somebody else can fit in there. Let's have a look at the dolls we have in hand. Can't fight, but he's strong. She's agile and slim. Through this passage. And let's see. Get that entry, and we're back in action with the main character. So there's an entry over there. Let's see. March 10th, 1818. Very far in the past. We prepared the convoy, and we're ready now to leave this cursed place once and for all. Sir Jester told us to leave before dawn. We have but a few days before the other members of the Vandersburg family find out about what we did here. Not that he's scared of them or anything, but orders are orders. Honestly though, I am scared. We are cursed. We came out in contact with the widows, and they cast a whole life worth of damnation upon us. But in a way, I should rejoice. We served our kingdom and saved it from those monsters. No, we saved the whole world. So even if I'm cursed, that's a small price to pay after all. That's very noble of you to say that. We apprehended the taller one. She survived. The citizens want to see at least one of them burned at the stake. We decided to go for her. Shall serve as an example for the order, Sir Madison. Whoever this Sir Reah is, he doesn't sound very friendly, and we should avoid them at all costs. Yeah, the enemy AI in this game, I think, are a bit too difficult, and they place themselves in positions where we can't actually get through. So, how do we... I suppose we could just place these dolls up here. Hold on. Let's see. Dolls. Summon. I would like to summon you up here. Aha! That's how we get them up here then. Okay, that's a good start to this ordeal then. We can control the dolls so that they spawn in positions where we cannot even get to. That's a good thing, right? Alright, these boulders are gonna be in the way, so... Yeah, I feel like the healing herbs are pointless, just simply because we cannot even escape the clutches of our enemies once they find us, so it just doesn't suit very well with us. Like, the only enemies we can escape from are the alligators. Lucas? What can I say? Good job. Lots of people didn't manage to make it this far, but there's still lots to do. Things will get harder from here on out. could you please try to be more cooperative? The last thing I need right now is you giving me anxiety. I can read a person just by looking at them, you know. You're like one of those teenagers that always had someone at their side. A mom, a dad too maybe, if you had that luck. You had them caring for you every minute of your life, so much that you can't do anything on your own. How should I trust you with my life? This isn't school, in case you haven't noticed. This is a nightmarish battlefield where the enemies are always one step ahead of us. We're wandering in the dark, while they know exactly where we are. Even her knows about us. Lady Coraine, I mean. But she's trying to help us. A masked woman that always knows where you are and what you are doing, even if she's not actually there. You have me convinced. She's clearly someone we can trust. What if you're the one that I should not trust? Maybe, but let's face it, you wouldn't last a minute in here without me by your side. Look at you, you're trembling, and that's something you've been doing since we first met. Fear is usually caused by the unknown. What is Claw Hill? What are the corrupted ones? What lies ahead? Your eyes are a dead giveaway, Lailah. You're scared. If I can notice it, Corinne will too. She must be enjoying the show right now. Stay back. And Lucas. Ugh. Mickey Rivera, of course. Sorry, Lailah. Borrowing that doll for a second. Oh dear. Hey, what the hell? Oh, you don't know how much I am enjoying this, Lucas. You let me down now. Or else what? Mickey! Lailah, this man cannot be trusted. Many people got their hands on our dolls and asked for our help. And most of them died because of him. They died because the freaking corrupted ones ate them. Or because those fiends tore off their wires. I always try to help. You're an a-hole. Enough! Look, I don't know what the hell happened between you two, but we need to get out of here, so please, enough. We'll have to cooperate. We'll discuss everything that needs to be discussed after we left this hellhole. As long as I don't have to see the blank's face when you summon me. Listen closely, Lucas. Lailah is a friend of mine. If something were to happen to her, yeah, you'll grab my doll and you'll make me break dance on hot lava or something. I get it. Maybe learn to chill a little. Haven't you died enough times already? Have I? So how I blanking hate that behavior of yours. Ugh. Enough, we need to proceed. Yeah, Lailah, you're right. Let's go. Ladies first. Thanks. Thanks for that kind intervention. And thank you for the save opportunity as well. Let's see what's within this segment then. These guys are persistent. Why are you here? There's something there and I'm not going to bother trying to get that healing herb. It's too close to that one. Thanks to her help, we can now use a cell door key on the cell door. If it still fits the lock. Use. Thank you very much. I've opened the door and unfortunately I broke the key too. Great, we've got... There must be... Wait, we need 2 cell key doors? Oh no. Oh. Damn it, why'd I have to break? Why are these things breaking games when we need them the most? Got that entry. Now let's go to a safe place and read this entry, shall we? Something amazing happened today on September 23rd, 2019. I decided to spend some time at our library. Shortly after school ended, I wanted to read some stuff about architecture, since I got really interested in the topic lately. But what happens all of a sudden? Trevor and Vinny show up. Those 2 a-holes are a couple of that likes to torment people like me. I look weird to them because I don't interact with the others as much as they do. They call me poser. Took my bag and threw all of my books on the ground, laughing and making a ruckus inside the library. People don't even have the guts to tell them to be quiet. Trevor is quite bulky and menacing, so most people didn't want to have anything to do with him. I started crying like a baby. I knew this was a mistake. Their really big egos were just waiting for my tears before taking a swim. Vinny grabbed my cheeks and started to insult my hair, my eyes, my body. I was feeling ashamed. Deep down, I almost wanted to end it all. Then she showed up, threw a book on Vinny's face and sat right next to me. You are annoying, guys. People are studying here. Don't you have somewhere else to be? She said confidently. She looked skinny, attractive, and looked normal. Like totally original, ordinary. You would never think she was a fighter, and yet Trevor left her from the ground after grabbing her shirt. She smiled and told him something along the lines of, the big man decided to hit a girl. What a gentleman. So do you behave like this with Vinny too? Then she turned serious and told him, imagine a poor small girl like me with one big bruise going to the police to report a big guy like you. Now how could that end? Think about it. Trevor hesitated, then eventually decided to let her go. Vinny shook her head, still recovering from a book the other girl threw at her, and then they both left. She turned towards me. Oh, architecture. Nerd alert. I was confused. Sorry, just messing you. But that's like an interesting read. An interesting reading, okay. Oh, and my name is Mickey, by the way. Mickey Reah. She smiled at me. It was one of the warmest smiles I've ever received. Mickey, what an amazing girl. She certainly does sound like an amazing girl, if you ask me. Let's use this and this. Oh, grab skull key. So it's not even the cell door key. It's a different key entirely. Use the skull key quickly. It's not useful to... what? How do you unlock that then? I thought that's how you unlock that particular thing. Maybe it's not as useful as something else then. At least we can get this first aid kit, am I right? I think so. And that graphical glitch is still on screen. And you're going to trap me again. No, wait, you're not going to trap me again. Thank you for that. Get away from me. Get away from me. I don't want anything to do with you. Thank you. Whew, I was scared it's going to block me there. But how do you unlock that little cage thingy then if a skull key is not for that? Let's get this while we're here. Goodbye, cruel world. And nothing there. Nothing here. So is this what we call Spook House? That shelter there. Yeah, we're getting out of here for goodness sakes. Yep, we're getting out of here. That's all I need to know from you goddamn freaks. So, there's at least 2 of them in this area. Oh gosh, you there. Why'd you have to be everywhere? Including areas which were safe initially. There was a ladder here, so could we find another piece of ladder or a rope so that we can fix this ladder so we can go up here? I've been going about this game for quite a while now, and I cannot find anything in which I can use these items for. I've tried interacting with different locks throughout this game, and just they don't work, or they're the incorrect thing to use for it. So we need 2 different keys to use on the cell door. And I don't imagine that the skull key is used for the second one because, well, we need another cell door key to open a cell door. But I think I'm going to leave this demo here, folks. If there is something else which I'm missing in this game which should be of note, then actually let me read this document which I found up there, which is called Goodbye Cruel World. I can't go on. The man inside the cave is right. There's no point. They're everywhere. And I'm just so tired. So hungry, so frustrated. This is a game I can't win. Corinne, I won't be able to save you, but I'm sure you'll find other precious puppets that can replace me. I'll never reach for the spook house. I'll be one of the lucky winners. Goodbye, cruel world. I'm gone. And these enemies are... their AI is really tough to try and get around. Like, they will always jump towards a one-tile passage in which you're trying to go up, but will ambush you. And if there's 2 of them, then you can't go anywhere because they'll be on either side of you. So, thank you all so much for watching, guys. Hope this game has been entertaining for you as well as much for me. I like the story behind this game. It's just that these AIs make it really, really annoying to try and get around. Like, if these AIs weren't as fast or as frantic, then perhaps there is a chance of being able to go through this game, but right now I just don't think there is the fun in the game in order to go through. Thank you all so much for watching and take care of yourselves.